Well, welcome to today's podcast episode, which is very different from any other episode we've ever done.
Yes, we are going to make a PCOS-friendly smoothie, but we're going to narrate it. So if you're not watching the YouTube channel, you can also understand what's going on if you're listening to just audio on your podcast.
I mean, if you're listening to only audio, I highly suggest just jump over to YouTube because you can also comment there what you're seeing. If you have any questions about what we're making today and why we're making it, comment your questions in the YouTube video. We'll answer them as soon as we can.
Yes, we love reading your comments and we love hearing your commentary. Of course, we didn't used to have that with our podcast, so it's always fun now that we have the YouTube aspect of it to hear what you guys think, what you think of the smoothie, of the ingredients, and if you would try this or not.
Doctor said you got PCOS. Now go on, girl, just lose some weight. Till I took the symptoms into my own hands and reverse them naturally.
But why don't you get started by showing off your blender?
Okay. Well, this is not sponsored by, what's it called? Beast.
There's so many influencers that are sponsored by them.
Influencers are. And I just think this blender is super easy. And the reason why I swapped over to this from my Vitamix is because I'm able to make the smoothie and drink it out of the same cup, which really minimizes the amount of dishes. And the whole point of making a PCOS-friendly smoothie and getting into the habit of doing this is to make sure that you don't get sick of doing it. And for me, if I have a lot of dishes to wash, I'm going to be less inclined to make something or whip something up. It has to be very simple, streamlined, and I want to know what I'm doing so that it's easy and I do it every morning. So having a smoothie for me in the morning, it's like a staple for me. I always have frozen bananas in the freezer. I always have frozen fruit in the freezer. So I can always whip something up. I always have protein powder. So it's if I don't have time to cook a breakfast, I definitely have time to whip up a smoothie. And I've timed myself doing it in a rush and it literally takes 4 minutes.
Yeah.
So there's never an excuse to skip breakfast.
Yes. And just a reminder, we're going to jump right into the recipe right now, but just a reminder, this kind of follows the method that Tyne talks about all the time, big breakfast, small dinner. So we're going to finally show you how to have that big breakfast on the podcast and then how that will set you up for the rest of the day, because your breakfast is the most important meal because it sets you up for better insulin sensitivity and better energy, better fatigue, and helps your body burn fat much easier for the rest of the day. So this is the most important meal of the day.
Studies show that it reduces your insulin and testosterone levels by 50% the next day, and it improves ovulation when you eat a big breakfast and small dinner. Yeah. So this breakfast is going to be 700 calories, which means that it's a lot of my calories earlier in the day. And then I'll probably have a 500 or 600 calorie lunch and then a lighter dinner.
Awesome.
Now, obviously everyone eats different amounts of calories, but I'm just saying 700 for breakfast, that's a huge chunk of my daily portion.
Okay, well, let's do it. I'm really excited. We've never done this before on a podcast, so I'm just excited to see this happen and narrate as you do it, Colleen.
Okay. The first thing that I do is I throw in the banana.
The banana.
Now, sometimes bananas are rather large, so I cut them in half because I like to keep my sugar and carb intake low. Even though it's fruit, it's very healthy for you. It's just a personal preference of having it to be a little bit lower carb.
So this one is kind of a smaller end.
So we're throwing
the whole banana. Okay, all right.
Now, what I would do at this point, I'm looking at these bananas. Sirak, throw this away, will you? They're dying. So what I would do is freeze them so that I can still continue using them and having smoothies.
That's a good tip, by the way. If you're new to cooking, I never knew this. If you bought too many bananas or you just didn't eat enough in the week, don't throw them away. Just put them in the freezer and use them later.
Never a waste.
And also, I believe you can make banana bread from brown banana, right?
Yeah, you can do that too.
Yeah.
All right. So next, we're going to add the frozen berries. I love a good blueberry smoothie, but today we're going to mix it up. We're making a chocolate cherry smoothie. So I have my frozen cherries.
And could you explain the reason for each ingredient? So the banana obviously is a source of carbs and helps balance out the protein in the meal.
Yes. We dropped the spinach.
We lost the spinach here?
Yeah, the bananas and the fruit They're my carbs. They're my sugar. You know,
And the nutrients.
They're like nutrient dense. They have lots of fiber in it. And the best time for me to eat fruit is earlier in the day because that's when I'm more insulin sensitive. You've spent the entire evening sleeping, right? At nighttime. And your insulin levels are nice and low. So when you wake up, you are in the mood to eat something like a carb. Your body is ready to metabolize it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add half a cup of frozen cherries.
Cool. Half a cup.
Okay. Half a cup here. Just about.
Okay.
Okay.
Put this away.
How's the ASMR sisters on this podcast episode? We have these new mics on our chests.
Yeah, trying some new stuff out. So give us some feedback too in the comments. If the audio is okay or not too good, let us know. We'll make some improvements.
Okay.
Cool. We got
now,
spinach.
Next, I'm going to add spinach. I'm adding about half a cup. This is spinach from our garden that Sirak's growing.
Mm-hmm. And why are we adding spinach? What's the benefit of that?
The spinach has lots of fiber in it. It has iron in it. And it is like, you know how they say you should have 3 servings of veggies a day? Well, the easiest way to just hide them into your meal is to throw it in your smoothie.
Yeah.
So this kind of just guarantees that I have my 1 serving here.
Yeah. And fiber is like super important for detoxing excess androgens or hormones. So for example, if you're struggling with high testosterone and you're drinking your spearmint tea or your testosterone relief tea, eating fiber is going to help pick up that excess testosterone and help your body detox it. So really important. And also fatty liver. If you struggle with fatty liver, which many PCOS women do, fiber is critical. So make sure you're getting fiber.
Yes. So speaking of fiber, I'm also going to add chia seeds. But before I do that, I'm going to add the milk because I don't want the chia seeds to get stuck to the bottom. I don't know. It might happen.
Little professional. Only someone who does this every day would know that they get stuck to the bottom.
So I got my dairy-free milk. I choose almond milk is what it's called. And the reason why is because it has such few ingredients. It's just water, organic almonds, and Himalayan pink salt. There's no gums. There's no nonsense.
I love that.
We keep it simple.
You just have to shake it up every time you use it because it separates a little bit because it's so natural.
Yes. So halfway up, I fill it with the almond milk.
Nice.
And then, and the reason why I'm doing it now is because the things that take up the most space is already in the smoothie cup. So I'm just going to eyeball the almond milk and I know it won't overflow because I put like the banana and the cherries already in it.
Cool. What's next? Chia seeds?
Then we're going to add some chia seeds. So
look at these containers, guys. I mean, look at this. Look at the organización.
I really
the aesthetic.
went above and beyond because I've waited a long time to have my own pantry. Okay. So we have my 1 tablespoon here.
Yeah, we got 1 tablespoon. Cool.
I'm actually adding 2 tablespoons because we want to pump this up to a 700 calorie smoothie, right? And in order to do that, we have to make sure that we're adding a little bit more of the ingredients than we usually would. So 2 tablespoons of chia seeds is what I'm going for. Chia seeds are like a superfood for PCOS, not only because it has fiber to help stabilize your blood sugar, but also because it's really high in antioxidants and in calcium. So it has more calcium than milk, more antioxidants than blueberries. It has more iron than the spinach.
Yeah.
It's really a superfood. I highly recommend having it every day if you can.
Yes. A lot of people also ask, oh, how am I going to get my calcium if I don't have dairy, if I'm going dairy free? Well, one great source of calcium is actually chia seeds. And funny to say, actually, majority of people don't even get their calcium from milk because it's not something that we don't just have cups of milk throughout the day, right? We have like other dairy byproducts. So when it comes to that, chia seeds are a great source of calcium.
Yes. So up next is the almond butter.
It's my favorite ingredient.
Yes.
I love a nut butter in any smoothie.
Yes, I love an organic almond butter. This one is, you know what? Would you look at that? I just grabbed whatever was on the shelf and I wasn't paying attention. This one has palm oil in it.
Oh,
the seed
snap.
oil. And I will never buy it again.
But so many of them have that. It's like impossible to find one that's...
No, they have one that doesn't have seed oils. I just wasn't paying attention.
Okay.
But here we are, sisters.
Again,
mistakes were made.
Progress over perfection.
Yes. So I'm going to add 2 tablespoons.
Yeah, I'm going to give you another spoon too.
Sure. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons. Again, we are trying to pump this up to 700 calories. So that's what we're going to do. We have our healthy fats here. You know, it would be healthier if it didn't have palm oil in it. But whose fault is that? Just kidding. Okay.
You should do 2?
No, that was 1. Okay. 1 more. Scoop it out. Okay.
Cool.
Awesome. So we have the almond butter. Next,
Great.
I'm going to add another extremely important element. That is protein powder.
Bam, bam, bam.
Now, I use just plain pea protein powder because I really like the texture and I feel like it doesn't get chalky and it keeps me full. I mean, it's good. Like it has no ingredients except pea protein in it. So,
and there's no like fillers or extra sweeteners, artificial or all that kind of stuff. It's just straight up protein.
Exactly. When I'm choosing a protein powder, it has to be dairy free and it has to have no artificial sweeteners. Stevia, schmevia, like none of it. And
we know that it can get expensive when you try to find like the best protein powders, which we totally understand. So do what's best for you and your budget. But just keep in mind, if it's something you eat every day, whether it's protein or something else, you want to make sure it's the best or at least is the cleanest. So again, if you're having it every day, try to make that a priority to keep that clean. If it's something you're having a bit less often, obviously not as important.
Yes. Now I'm looking up what the name of this pea protein was so that anyone who's listening can order it. It's the NorCal Organic Pea Protein.
Yes. We should put that on the Amazon storefront too so people can just easily find it. I think
it's on there. Yeah. I'll double check.
Cool.
Next up is cinnamon. Now, cinnamon is one of those superfoods that help with blood sugar control. It is just something that you want to incorporate into your meals if you enjoy the flavor. If you don't, forget it. But if you do it and go hard. Lean into it because it's really good for blood sugar.
Yeah.
And I'm going to add a bunch of cinnamon to this.
I'm pulling your hair because I don't know if it's disturbing the mic or not.
Okay. I'm adding a bunch of cinnamon to this because I love the flavor. And sometimes I just like overdo it. But to me,
anytime we get coffee, like Tanya gets decaf coffee, she'll tell the person, can you put a lot of cinnamon on top? And they'll be like,
are you sure?
Are you sure?
How much?
She's like,
when you think it's too much, add more.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Think of it like a supplement. Literally, cinnamon is like a supplement.
Yeah.
People take cinnamon supplements.
Yeah.
Might as well just eat it.
There's literal research studies with cinnamon and PCOS patients. So there is real studies showing the benefits
for your blood.
It's not just like a trend.
Yes. Next, you don't have to do this, but I like the crunchiness of cacao. Cacao. So I'm going to add like a sprinkle of cacao, even though it's going to be blended. I just like to chew on it when it like comes through the straw.
But not to mention it has cacao, dark chocolate, has so many antioxidants, super healthy for you. So it is actually a great thing to include part of. And speaking of.
Yes, we're making a chocolate cherry smoothie. So I'm going to add some cocoa. This is different. This is cocoa powder, not cacao.
Wait, cocoa and cacao are different?
They come from the same. They're literally the same thing.
But why is one cocoa and why is cacao? Is the process of powderization what removes the ow and makes it cocoa? It's cacao, and then once you powderize it, the A is gone, so now it's cocoa.
Let us know in the comments because I really don't know. Now I'm going to add this.
I thought it was just
as
butter.
well.
Okay. Nice.
I use cocoa a lot.
Yeah.
And as you can see, I chose a big jar for this. It is something that, I don't know, like that chocolatey flavor, it just makes me happy. And it also just like indulges my sweet tooth because that sweetness from the banana combined with the cocoa is going to make me feel like I'm eating chocolate right now.
Yeah, totally. And it honestly is not just tastes good, but it is, like we said earlier, it doesn't add calories or sugar into your smoothie or meal, but it does make it add that addition of being a powerful antioxidant.
Yes.
There might be calories, don't get me wrong, but it's not. You're not adding like hundreds of calories and sugar. You're just adding more of the flavor.
Yes. Now, I forgot to mention, I did put 2 scoops of protein powder, not just 1. So that's like 25 grams of protein. And then the rest of my protein comes from the chia seeds and it comes from...
Okay, don't just press it. Wait till you stop talking.
I know. It comes from the chia seeds and the almond butter. And then that's going to bump me up to like over 30 grams of protein, which is perfect. If you're trying to lose weight with PCOS and manage your blood sugar, protein is key.
Awesome.
Now, with that being said, Let's blend this smoothie. Should we walk away so it's not too loud?
We'll edit the audio.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
Well, I did too much.
Should we do our bachata? Bachata. You can see the comment. It's like,
You.
Forgot it.
All right. We did a little bachata dance for you while you were waiting. I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Now, we're taking dance classes.
Yeah, we're doing
We'll get
salsa
better.
or bachata dancing classes. It's so fun.
So now with the beautiful Beast blender, all I have to
You sound like a commercial. Now with the beautiful,
Seriously.
I swear guys, this is not an advertisement. We have not been paid
Honestly,
a
they
dollar by
should.
Beast. Because we like to do it organic. Like we like the things we like and we show it. We don't need to like promote everything.
get a big thing. Yeah.
With that being said, that was such a commercial way
I
of
know.
saying it.
I purposely
Now with
did
the
that.
perfect Beast blender.
Now with the perfect Beast blender, all I have to do is wash this part. Literally just like rinse it. I'm gonna go right now to the sink. I'm just gonna rinse it. And I don't have to wash like a bunch of dishes. Sorry. I don't have to wash a bunch of dishes first thing in the morning.
And it comes with this extra. By the way, we're gonna send this to Beast after this video. We're gonna be like, hey, we did this video. You should sponsor
You should
us.
sponsor us,
For
honestly.
goodness sakes, we made this.
I post about you all the time. Okay, sisters. There we have it. A PCOS-friendly 700-calorie smoothie. And now I'm going to have
For
it.
drinking?
I know. I'm going to have it for lunch now.
Well, we're recording it later in the day.
It's so good.
Okay, let's see.
It's thick. It's juicy. It's cinnamony. It's perfect.
Very good. Now, I have one comment to make about this Beast blender. This is delicious, by the way. I want to say I taste the cinnamon. I taste the cacao. But the suction power required to get this smoothie into the straw is too much. I feel like I'm going to have... my throat
No,
is...
it's not the straw.
I feel
because
like-
it's thick.
Well, yeah, it's a little bit thick, so add
You
some...
can add water.
Yeah, add some more
Yeah.
water or milk. But like, I feel as I'm using so much suction, I'm creating like a vacuum in my throat. I feel like my throat is a Dyson vacuum. And I'm Swedish now because Dyson's a Swedish company. So anyway,
All right, sisters. I hope you try this smoothie. It's very easy. Seriously, get the ingredients, make it yourself. Let me know what you think about it in the comments.
Yes.
Because eating 700 calories for breakfast and a bigger lunch and a lighter dinner is game-changing for PCOS symptoms like cravings, weight gain, fatigue, high testosterone, hair loss, facial hair, acne, like so many things can improve. Try it. This is a really easy way to start. And I hope you enjoyed this video.
yeah. And if you're looking for more big breakfast ideas and recipes, check out the Sisterhood app. We have an entire breakfast category with all the different options and categories within it to find more options. So check that out. And yeah, come back to next week's or next episode to learn more.
Talk to you soon.
Oh, and if there's a meal you want us to make next, comment it below and we'll make sure
Yes.
we include that as part of our podcast series.
Yes. Talk to you soon, sisters.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.